friends, welcome to my humble homestead. Today I am doing a whole bunch of kitchen stuff and I've had squirrel brain. I've got like so many things going on. So in between I'm trying to do little segments of things that you have asked for, which I love. I am going to make some simple, healthy Jello with 2 ingredients. I have some juice left over from when my granddaughter stayed with me. We've never used it, so I'm going to use this up. But you can always use juice that you've made. If you have a juicer, you can use that juice as well. The biggest thing is you don't want it to be loaded down with sugars or, artificial sweeteners, things like that. You just want it to, be good. I prefer organic, but you know what? You do whatever you have in your house. And the thing about making this homemade Jello, I'm using some unflavored beef gelatin that I got at Azure Standard. I can put that link below. However, you can also find some good stuff, on Amazon if you don't shop at Azure. You just want to make sure that it's good, grass-fed, pasture-raised, organic if you can find organic. And the thing about this is it's loaded with collagen. What beef gelatin basically is, it's cooked collagen. That's really what it is. So it's basically just like collagen peptide for the skin, the nails, the hair, the bones. It's a great anti-aging. Just having that cooked form of collagen, it's not only a delicious but a super healthy snack for you, but also your kids. And beef gelatin is also a great thickener. If you want to use it in like soups or stews or just to thicken things, it's a great thing to have. Or just to make the Jello like we're going to do. Or even you can turn them into fruit snacks. So let's go ahead and I will show you how we're going to make this Jello. There we go. 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder with 3/4 of a cup juice. And I'm going to mix this together until it's dissolved and let it sit for about 5 minutes until it looks kind of like applesauce. And then I will show it to you then, and then we will move on. So once the lumps are gone, then I'm just going to let it sit. And then we're going to move over to the stove and I'll show you what we do next. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so now I put 3 1/4 cups of the rest of the juice into a saucepan and I'm going to heat it just until before it boils. I doubled mine, just to let you know that looks more like 3/4 cup. And then I went ahead and I doubled this. But this is kind of what it looks like. I wanted to show you here. This is what it looks like, kind of like a little applesauce. So I am just going to let this heat for a few minutes till it comes just to a boil. And then I'm going to remove it from the heat. And then I will add my gelatin into it and mix it up till it's smooth. And then I will show you. I'm just going to put it into a glass pan and keep it in the fridge overnight. And we'll show you what it looks like tomorrow. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright friends, so this is just about to boil. And so I just turned the heat off. And now I'm going to put my gelatin mixture into this pan and start stirring it up till it all dissolves. And we have a completely smooth consistency. It usually takes just a couple of minutes here. Not too long. See, it dissolves pretty fast. This is super easy. Just 2 ingredients. Just your juice and your gelatin powder. That is it. And you're not getting all the icky preservatives that you would get in regular gelatin. And this is so super healthy for you. Alright, I think that is all dissolved. And now I'm just going to pour it over here into a glass pan. Now if you don't double it, you want to use like an 8x8 pan. But I doubled it, so I am going to use this bigger pan here. Just literally as carefully as I can not spill, you know how I am. And honestly, let's see, is that how I'm going to fit? Yeah, these will just be some nice, ooh, yeah, nice and full, nice thick ones. And I'm just gonna put this in the fridge overnight and they'll harden, and I'll cut them into squares and show you tomorrow. Now you can always do molds, you can do fruit snacks into the little, you know, things to make fruit snacks. Also, if you have a freeze dryer, you can fruit snack and freeze dry them, and they're great. So I will show you what they look like tomorrow, everybody. See you in a bit. Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead. I'm Trina, and if you're new here, I like to grow or resource my own food locally. What I like to do is have a small ladle. So I like to take my ladle here, my small one, and I like to just go in and skim the top of the cream and put it into an empty clean jar. So this is what I'm going to do to just get my cream off the top, and I'm going to do this on all the jars and use that to make butter. Now you can use that for butter, you can use it for ice cream, you can use it for whipped cream, whatever your heart's desire. But this is the cream of the crop, and this is what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to continue with this, and I am going to blend this up. I have found the best way to do that is in my blender. I am not going to worry about not using modern technology, and I'm going to do what's fast and what works and just mix this into butter and enjoy it. And so now I just started seeing a tiny bit of the blue milk or the regular milk come on, so I don't mind having a little bit of cream in my milk. It makes it not be skim. So I just want to get this going, get some yogurt going in the Instapot, and we will move on to some easy, super easy prep recipes. Cooking from scratch and eating at home, saving money, super easy. So we will see you in a bit. Hi friends, welcome back to my humble homestead. I am going to put together a super fast and easy meal today. This is food prep at its finest, but I have some canned chicken here, and I'm just making some pasta here. I also took out some pesto of the freezer that I made, and then I just took some broccoli out of the freezer that I'm going to throw in. So I'm going to make a quick pasta dinner just like that. So I will show it to you when it's done. I'm literally just making the pasta. I'm going to open and drain the chicken, put that in there, put the pesto and the broccoli in there, mix it up, and call it a day. Easy breezy meal prep at its finest. Here we have it, everybody. The final product. Super simple, super fast. The longest was making the pasta. And I don't eat pasta a lot, but you know what? I just wanted to use up this pesto, and I thought, what an easy meal. So this is what I have today. It looks and smells amazing. And here it is, everyone. I want to move on. This, I have some orange marmalade. So this one I'm going to do in orange marmalade marinade. I am going to do this for some pork. I have some pork chops and a marinade. So I am actually going to do one with a pork shoulder roast. I thought that would be really good either in the Instapot or the slow cooker. And the other one I'm going to do with some pork chop. Now, I know some of you don't eat pork. I think this would be really good over chicken. You could do it over beef as well. But I have a lot of pork since I did get half a pig. So I thought this would be good to try it this way. So I'm going to make the double of the recipe here. For the marmalade, I am going to use a whole jar. If I was just doing one recipe, I would use a half. Then I am going to chop up 2 jalapenos. You can do it however to your spice, and I am going to just toss those right in there, seeds and all. To that, I am actually going to put the juice of an orange. I'm doubling it, so I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of coconut aminos. You can use soy sauce, but I don't do soy myself, so I'm just going to do some coconut aminos. So I'm going to do about 4 of these. Some garlic. You can use garlic powder if you want, but I'm going to use a little bit of fresh garlic. About a tablespoon I put in there. A little salt. And I'm gonna mix this up here. And see how it is. And since there's no meat in here, I'm gonna taste it. Okay, so got a kick to it. I'm gonna add, I zested this lemon for my overnight oats, and so I'm gonna add a little lemon here. All right, let's try it now. Okay. Yeah, it definitely, that has got some spice to it. You guys might want to back off of the jalapenos if you don't like spice. All right, so now I'm gonna just divide this between my two recipes here. This one is not keto friendly, just to let you know, with the marmalade in there, but it looks so good I wanted to try it. And just like that, I have 2 more full meals, which will be several meals for me. So these are gonna go right into the freezer. And then on with, I'm just gonna do some honey mustard chicken because I really like it. I know I've made it before, but it's super easy. And I'm going to make that one for you and show you how to do that one. Now for the very last one, I have 4 chicken breasts here, and I have some stone ground mustard. I'm actually not a huge mustard fan. Like, I don't like mustard on my hot dogs or hamburgers, anything like that, but I really like this chicken recipe. I'm gonna take, and I'm just gonna make this in the bag. Less mess, even though I will be doing dishes after this. So I'm gonna take about half of this in here, and then I am going to be using up this honey, about a half a cup honey. This one also is not keto friendly since we have the honey in there. I got my honey at one of the local farmers markets here. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in there, a little, about a half a cup of oil. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm just gonna use avocado oil, little salt, and a little pepper. And that is it, just like that. These are easy to kind of mix up since they're not frozen yet, but they are going to go into the freezer. I make it on the grill, which is good. You can air fry it. You can just fry it, bake it. And this is one of my favorites. So delicious, so simple. Just like that, super fast. That's gonna be several dinners that I am not gonna have to cook and make dishes for. Making super easy meals, eating at home, saving money, and trying to get healthier. All right, friends, so here's the Jello. I have cut it into squares, and I am gonna taste one for a snack. So let me take a smaller square here and see how it tastes. Oops, it's definitely Jello, right? Here we go. So good. It tastes like fruity Jello. And, oh, that's so good. That is a good sweet treat. Try it out. Now for our final meal prep, I'm going to do some steak with onions, butter, garlic. Easy bake in the oven, delicious, fresh steak. But first, I'm going to show you a quick onion hack. Stay tuned to see if it works. Alright, so this is a home hack for an onion. I am chopping up some onions. I'm going to freeze dry them, and I've been crying already. These are very strong red onions. So for the hack, I ran it under some water, and it's supposed to help you not tear. So let's see if it works. So I'm going to cut into the onion here. So basically I cut them in half and half, and when I really start crying is when I take the skin layer off. It's a little bit better. I mean, I can't, before, I mean, I was like sobbing, and I'm going to use my chopper. I think it's making a difference. I'm going to do a few of them, and then I will let you know if this hack worked. And then I also save my skins and end pieces, and I use these, I wrap them up in a cheesecloth, and I use them when I make broth. the little extra tidbit in there that I do. So far, I think it's actually helping. Just running it under regular water. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more and I'll let you know. All right, so I definitely think it helps. It's certainly not foolproof, but it does help. I'm not crying as much, but my eyes are still watering. I would say this is an okay hack. Not 100% if you do rinse the onions first. So yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up for a hack. Not 2, but 1. Now back to our easy steak preparation. I am going to chop up this onion, and I like to have onions, and if I have them, mushrooms with my steak. But today I just had onions, so we're just going to put them in the pan here. And then once they're spread out, I'm going to grab some seasoned salt that I got from Azure Standard. And then we will put that over the onions. And then I will add the steak. Looks like I have New York steaks here to my pan. And then I will also add, after I wash my hands, of course, because we're going to touch raw meat, then I'll add more seasoned salt and pepper to pepper the steak. And then after I add that in the pan, I'm going to take some of our homemade butter that we made together, and I'm going to layer it on top of the steaks. And then after that, I'm going to add some fresh garlic and give it a garlic butter flavor. So I'm very happy with the way that these are seasoned. And then I will put them in the oven at about 400, and I will flip them after about 6 minutes on each side. And there you have it. That is how I make my easy steak meal preparation in the oven. I hope that you enjoyed all of these meals today. They're super easy, a great way to have delicious meals and cook at home and save some money as well. So thanks everybody for watching. I will show you the picture of the steak at the end, and it was very, very delicious. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if you want more meal videos. Otherwise, I will see you on Friday for our Feel Good Friday video. Everybody, be blessed. Bye!